Hi, I'm Cohen Barnes, CEO of Sundog, and welcome to the Sundog Starter Pack, where we give you bits and bytes of knowledge direct from our engineers here at Sundog. We hope you find these videos helpful. All right, the question of the day: what is 2FA, MFA, and why does your organization need it? Let's just get right to it. So two-factor authentication, multi-factor authentication, I'm just going to call it 2FA going forward. It's how our industry refers to it. But what it means is you need more than just your username and password to gain access to a computer at work or gain access to an online portal or online account or your online email. 2FA can be enabled on all email accounts. Every provider has this feature and it's free. Online bank accounts, you definitely want to have two-factor authentication on your computer at work as well as social media accounts. Every account these days should have two-factor authentication enabled on them. And how that works is you put in your username and password. Let's say you're at work trying to log into your computer or you're going to your bank account to log in. After you put in your username and password, it's going to prompt you for something else, a second factor authentication. How that works is you might get a text message to your cell phone that'll have a 6-digit code or an 8-digit code. You might have an authenticator already on your phone, Microsoft Authenticator or Google Authenticator, that will produce the code for that particular online account when you open it up. Or you can actually have it dial a phone number, call you, and a computer will give you that code. But the beautiful thing is, username, password, enter, code, enter, and now you have access to your account. And that's why it's called two-factor authentication, 2FA. Why do you need it? So I hear all the time from small business owners that, I'm too small, no one's gonna want to hack into us. I hear it from individuals that I don't have a lot of money, why would anyone bother? Or what does it matter about my Facebook account? But here's why you are vulnerable. So we've all heard about LinkedIn getting hacked, or we've heard about Target getting hacked, and a hacker went in and stole, let's just say, 10,000 email addresses or 10,000 username and passwords. What that hacker does then, the reason they do it, is they figured out how to monetize it. So they take it to what we affectionately call the dark web. It's like a black market eBay. And they'll post, I have 10,000 accounts for sale. People will pay them in Bitcoin for those accounts. And then what happens is a hacker that bought those puts them into a piece of software, and that piece of software will go online and it'll go to Microsoft.com. It'll go to Chase.com. It'll go to Facebook.com, Twitter, LinkedIn, all the online accounts that are in its database, and it's going to try each one of those. Because, and I know you do, a lot of us have used the same username and password across multiple accounts, and they know it. And that's why there's a value where that username and password you used at Target is the same one you use for your online bank account, right? Not having 2FA would allow them to have access to it. Because imagine if you have 2FA on the account, hacker software goes in, puts in the username and password for your Microsoft 365 account, it gets in, but then it's prompted for the two-factor authentication, and at that point the transaction stops and your data, your email, your online social media are all safe at that point. If you haven't gotten it yet, this year I would say 80% of our clients from their insurance company all received an insurance, cybersecurity insurance questionnaire. And what this questionnaire is, insurance companies are underwater when it comes to a lot of their policies because so many of their clients are getting hacked. And they're getting ransomware, and between downtime, between paying the hackers for the ransom that they're demanding, it's costing them a ton of money. So insurance companies now are starting to ask a lot of questions because they want to know more about the cybersecurity measures that you have in place within your organization. There's 3 important ones when it comes to 2FA that they're asking about. First, email. Every email account, every email provider out there has a free service to enable two-factor authentication. All of our clients that are on Microsoft 365 have the ability to check a checkbox, and now when someone wants to access their email, they have to have 2FA, a second factor, in order to gain access to it. That's an easy one to do, and it's free. Second one they're asking about on these questionnaires is, do you have 2FA on privileged accounts? So that might be the administrator account for your Microsoft 365 tenant. That might be the administrator account on your server within your organization. And for within your organization, whether it's protecting the privileged accounts or if you want to also protect all your individual computers, that is going to require what we offer as Sundog 2FA. Super low cost per month per user. And when we enable that, now your admin accounts are protected. So just reach out to your account manager, you can call them, you can send them an email, and they'll get you the information on how we can easily and quickly enable those so we can check that box on that questionnaire, make sure your insurance company is satisfied, but then also make sure that your network is protected. And that's the most important part. That's the goal here, right? And then insurance companies are also asking about enabling 2FA on VPNs. If you're a Sundog customer, you already have the technology in place where this is another free service. We would just have to set it up. So just reach out to your account manager again via email, via phone, and we can get a ticket started and make sure that you've got 2FA enabled on your VPN account. But make sure on those privileged accounts, we need to get Sundog 2FA on those to make sure you're secure and you're protected. And what's happening now is in order to get coverage, in order for your renewal to happen next year, insurance companies are going to require these on your network. So we've got to get these taken care of now. And we've actually seen some insurance companies that have denied coverage completely. Umbrella, E&O, you name it. If you don't have a bunch of these things in place, the blocking and tackling of cybersecurity, you're not going to have coverage going forward. So this is just the reality right now that we're all going to have to start abiding to. And Sundog, as your strategic IT partner, is here to make sure that gets done for you and gets done cost effectively. Got any other questions? Call us at 815-991-2400 or just email your team at sundogit.com. Take care.